Georgia, where Freddie Falcons soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys establishing themselves amongst the league's best. 7-1 here through the first 8 games. On the other side, Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 54 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
2nd and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Presley. Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. There's not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Presley. Powering forward. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 15 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Now Penix. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
And this is an offense that's number 1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And looking to throw, Penix. Into the hands of London. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
To the air, Penix. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Hurt, hurt. Rig alert, rig alert. You ready to spin, you ready to spin.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The New York set to take the field.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off the hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 5.
Back to throw. Presley. Caught. It's Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
A give running right is Hall.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Presley.
He'll try and do this himself.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
look. COVID-19.
Operating from the gun. Presley. That's taken in. Dontavian Wilkes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Bronco 80.
Back to throw. Presley. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Now Youngway Koo for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off play action. Presley. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Let's go. 76.
They'll look to throw again. Staying on his feet. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Back to throw again. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Keeps himself upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there was just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Caught by Wilson. Able to fight, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Garrett Wilson
from 13 yards out.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And there
all these fucking missed tackles, SNFH.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point right down the middle.
Keep cheating.
We are tied at 14. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one.
Just 2 clock.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Tackle on that play by Quinnen Williams. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking to throw, Penix. Tucker hauls it in over the middle.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Liking 18. Go.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Set. Let go. Cougar 19.
Algier now up the middle. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles. 60 by 6. Alert, push. Warriors 70. Check out.
They'll throw with Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Ready.
A give left side to Robinson. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a handoff to Algier. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check that. Street. 70 Timberwolf.
Here's Penix. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports
Our
halftime
spin around
report.
the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home for an NFC West battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And it's the Seahawks quarterback, a 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Seahawks get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're playing host to the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is the Giants wideout. You want instant offense? Try this one on for size. He makes the catch, and then watch him go. Put it down as an 81-yard catch and run for the score. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints hosting the Chicago Bears. And it's Tyrone Tracy. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Saints finish off the first half of the season with a victory to move them to 5-4 on the season. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point of the regular season. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the give, it's Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. This short throw caught by Goddard. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
And New York set to take the field.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Presley. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. Inside the 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is now 13. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the third phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big-time effort, and that can help his team.
Second straight week, he's forced to fumble. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go.
On second down, another shot for Robinson.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Jets 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And New York sent to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here we go.
Off play action. Presley. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Presley. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Yeah, impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Come on. Hey.
Operating from the gun, Presley. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. Looking to throw. Presley. This will be caught just inside the 10. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down. At the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Tucker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Second and a couple.
Hey, check that.
On the counter, here's Algier. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Robinson up the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now. Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there, yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
This one deep into the landing zone, returnable from the 2-yard line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He dumps this one off here to Hall. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
They run it with Hall off the out chip. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kyle Pitts, 38 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, set. 60 even.
To the air, Penix. His short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Robinson toss play left side. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Algier. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On the ground, it's Algier. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Handoff now to Robinson. And a short gain down to about the 33. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. And looking to throw, Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rogers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Falcons,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.